I've been involved in music for over 20 years now, and I've been making music consistently for over 15 years. Sometimes I have to pinch myself that I've still got the hunger and drive to want to keep creating. From starting as a DJ in 1997, mastering the SoundLab DLP1 belt drives, I found a hobby in DJing and a passion for house and garage music. I started with a few records and continued buying vinyl on a regular basis. I spent most of my time on the weekends visiting record shops, collecting as much as possible. When it comes to mixing, I've been locked on since 97. It wasn't long before I was asked to join Nights at the Round Table by my friend from school, Lucky. We held down shows on various pirate radio stations, Flavour FM, Deja Vu, Raw Mission, building a name for ourselves. It wasn't long until we was being booked for club events and doing guest shows with people we highly respected.
Hey yo, Nights at the Round Table inside alongside the Heartless crew. DJ Smash and Not Sue Cow Kids stepping up, stepping in. We just mix up things inside. Whoa!
Right about now we just cruise like a Benz. Someone say something about bashment, upliftment in the squeeze, man. DJ Smash and nice and decent, but
I started dabbling with production, making tracks on a PlayStation, a game called Music 2000, recording my tracks to minidisc and then cutting them to dub plates. It wasn't long and I was pressing up records, driving to shops and selling them out the back of my boot. These independent fundamentals have stuck with me, putting my 10,000 hours in, learning to record, mix and master. Back then it was a struggle to get artists on my tracks, so I started to express myself creatively.
This is the intro. I go by the name of Smasher Rapper / producer. Race Hudson Square, run around the flats I used to. Introduced 2 decks, a mixer. Started busting raised, them times we're getting paid. This year I've been caught in the grind. I come to realise there ain't a sound like mine. Now I'm looking checks for money to get by. On the road, still the same, everyone's getting high. Me, I've got plans to excel, but go through River Yard on the beach in the unforgettable view. Anytime you hit Smash, know I got game. Make tracks levitate like David Blaine. Take mine. Back in the day I had them times I was mixing. Back in the day before. Back in the day before.
Solid.
Back in the day was a concept that I came up with alongside my friend and grime vet Louis White. We worked very closely for several years, setting up a studio space at Cable Street in Limehouse, East London, and we recorded many legendary moments in that studio, which became a creative hub for some of the finest names in the UK urban music at that time. Back in the day got the attention of one individual in particular, Wiley, the godfather of grime.
Yo, like them man are ready for the king, no way, I'm living in a city of sin, where you might trip up but you gotta get up, girls try to set up, but that's not a thing. I got haters, raters, plus alligators, plus newcomers that are gonna try things, so I prepare myself, stop declares my help, pen to paper, then I start writing about.
It's better than, cause I does this every day on my PC, cutting the ways. I ain't working for a minimum wage, cause the system would keep you caged. I ain't no one's slave, all the way to the grave. I won't stop till my name's a bright lights above the stage. Yeah, Smash man.
Oh my god, you're killing it out there right now. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, let's go again.
Fast forward, car if you rewind, you see that I'm forward. Rewind mag, I was looking quite forward. Me, I'm a baller plus a ref. I could run the game or pull the fools up off the bench. Ha, to get started, I'm just trying to play my game, forget marking. You just have to stay in your lane, forget parking. I can rain on your parade, now that's marching.
No sleep for me. So what you say? Goddamn white girl and they're ready for this. I'ma tell the sound boy ain't ready for this. Y'all said the record straight too heavy for this. Your whole crew get bought and buried with this. I'll be sipping on the Henny, getting married with this. Cherishing it, hitting you with venomous spit. Trying to get the paper stacks go full of legit. Cruise off in the manner with the tip for it. What you saying? Tell me where you've been. I ain't seen you in a while. Now who you rolling with? Cause I've been doing me, you've been doing you. I just keep it moving, bro, you know that's how we do.
Fast forward some years, and I've earned the respect from some of the finest artists and DJs the UK has to offer.
Let's go. That's the nicest old school nigga that.
Keep the metal on under the leather jacket. Huh? Axe gigs too. Coming through with ARs at your kids too. Easy. Blood kisses.
Whether it's been producing tracks for their albums, producing tracks for their mixtapes.
Yo, Smasher. This one's classical case.
Are you on it, fam? Yes, you know I'm on it.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Had to bring it back just to let you know we got it.
Yeah, we got it.
We ain't stopping, nah, not for nothing, nah. Cause a fuss, bill it, fam, trust, that's a must.
I didn't really set out to make an album. I was working on a project called Natural Wave. During that time, I was experimenting with different sounds, different styles, and I ended up creating Rollin'. That was the one garage record. But it wasn't until I released it that I truly felt the impact that that record would have. Garage DJs calling it their favourite track of the year, being brought out on stage to perform at Garage Nation.
I'm excited for the scene. We need an artist like you, bro. I said this to you when we was at Garage Nation.
Yeah.
We need someone who's an artist, not just a producer,
Yeah.
not just knocking out instrumentals and bootlegs, etc., etc. We need someone who's actually got a bit of artistry as well about them, and I believe that you're the man for the job, man.
To DJ EZ playing it on his 24-hour live stream.
3 or 45 RPM, get out your techniques, get out your 1210s. Calling all two-step garage cats. EZ mixing Todd Edwards on rave tape packs. Pull out your vinyl, pull out your stash. You're on a journey with Smash. I remember buying the click.
That was the confidence boost that I needed. And it was the response I felt from that song. It was the catalyst for the making of this album, Locked In, Locked On. The beautiful thing about when the vibes are flowing is everything just happens naturally.
Start the whip, start the engine. Vibes are here, no pretending. Yeah, coming through the door, through the entrance. Killing every bar, every sentence. Yeah, two-step, mic check. What's next? Got the vibe straight from the test press. Went to the club like yes, yes.
I don't play no games. Straight to the point, it's fire and flames. Mic check 1, 2, rolling again. You know the vibe start zoning again. Got hundreds of beats, hundreds of bars. Start offloading, going in hard. Sharp at the tip, like the top of the shard over London Bridge, then back to my yard. Cruising through the East End, high-rise blocks with the pirates live. I was locked on since I was a kid. Can't believe how many years I've did to master the art, wanna master my craft. I perfect it like a piece of art, in my head like a melody. Came back with the original remedy.
There's only a couple features on the album, one of which is MC 2 Ton, a favourite MC of mine from growing up listening to garage music on pirate radio.
Smash out 2 Ton up on the mic. Hey! Yo, like hello sunshine, what do you know? As your father and as your own flow. Bethel Clapton, pop the robo in the East End, that's all you need to know. Pie and mash, jelly deals, many grants and there's many fields. Smasher and Mr. 2 Ton, the lyrical lump from Outer Clapton. Rolling sessions now, yeah. Out to Aaron inside, okay.
Off the back of that, we started creating some tracks. And we left the studio that day with 3 ideas, 2 of which are what have made the album. My creative process is very sporadic. Sometimes it might be a case of me starting ideas at home on my laptop, bringing them to the studio and then developing them. Aaron has been someone that I've worked closely with for a long time. We've shared a studio space for over 10 years, and he's an amazing musician.
Have a little jam, come to the studio with a plan. Yeah, when it comes to the keys, you know Aaron's the man. Yeah, we have to do key and we jam.
Last year we decided to set up our own label, On Top Records, an outlet for the music to be heard. The objective was simple: get on top of things. Creating music is one aspect, but getting your music out in this digital era is key. With the foundations laid, I present you with my complete solo project, Locked In, Locked On, an album scattered with the 2-step garage sound I fell in love with as a DJ growing up. Adding a futuristic twist, scattered with melody, flows, and vibrant production. Enjoy, Locked In, Locked On.
I'm rolling out again, I'm zoning. You can always count on me when I'm rolling out again.
Got the ties and the cars keep rolling. Like the people in the park just